Hello again. We are going to look at Chapter 4's assignment and talk a little bit about how instruction is going to be given in Chapter 4. So when you go to Blackboard, you're going to see Chapter 4 Learning, and you'll see up at the top of this right here, you'll see that in the chapter you only need to read the Leadership Challenge on page 92, 93, and you can look right through here and see what else you need to read. So you're not going to be reading the entire chapter. So this chapter here basically is reminding us about who we are as instructional leaders and about what we believe about learning. And there are all different information about how children learn in the chapter, about behavioral, cognitive, constructive. These types of learnings have helped teachers and leaders build their own professional philosophy. And that should be true for you as well. You believe that one theory works better than another, or you believe that you have to use certain practices at certain time. My own philosophy leans heavily in the constructivism or the constructivist thinking. I really believe that children should construct their own knowledge, and if they'll do that, they'll be able to assimilate and accommodate in their schemata a lot easier than if we do that for them. So that means that my beliefs is that the instructor is more of a facilitator that helps scaffold the learning process. But that's my belief. So if I take that and think about this chapter, then what I choose to believe directly affects how I choose to lead and learn in my school. Not everybody's going to think the way that I think. And as an instructional leader, I have to be mindful of how others think, listen to what they are saying, and either help them to reformat their thinking based on research or accept the way that they believe and then help them to be able to utilize that with best practices. The leadership challenge at the beginning of the chapter is an excellent example of what you as a principal or an instructional leader or coach are going to have to do. Just like I said before, you have to be able to accept the beliefs of your faculty, then find a way to either help them move forward in order to accept the changes that are occurring in the standards and in the curriculum in order for them to meet the best needs of the students. Of course, with TN Ready, lots of changes have occurred for us as far as standards are concerned. As instructional leaders, it's important for us to know about all of the standards. For example, in science, we're no longer using the next generation science standards, but we're going back to SPIs. So the question is, how will you adapt to that? Will your teachers agree with that? Have they been using NGSS? Social studies standards have changed dramatically. The depth of what they're required to do in social studies is significant. We have testing in February now, not just in April or May. Math is changed too. So when you're thinking about the standards, how are you as an instructional leader going to help with this learning process? There's a journal article and there's a TED Talk. And what I'm asking you to do for the instruction for this chapter is to read the chapter or the sections of the chapter that I've recommended, read the article, watch the video, and reread the article, because your assignment for this chapter is going to be taking what you took from instruction from the article and from the video, and you're going to find the magic of teaching and learning in the article and the video. Magic definitely can be taught, and we want our teachers to have that magic in order to become the best instructors that they can possibly be. So the question you're going to answer is, how will you promote the learning and success of all students by teaching teachers how to create that magic? You're going to write a critique on the video and the article that's at least 1.5 pages long. You're going to find the magic of teaching and learning in the article and video, and you're going to respond to the question, how will you, as an instructional leader, promote the learning and success of all students by teaching teachers how to create the magic? I hope you enjoy the video and the article a little different way instead of having to look at a PowerPoint and me doing a screencast on it. Maybe it will be helpful. So when you click into Chapter 4 Learning, you will see both the TED Talk that you're going to watch and then the article here. If you'll notice, you can click just right here, and it'll take you to it, but if something were to happen, I have included the links because you never know, sometimes things disappear. You will attach your assignment in this Blackboard folder And there will be a place for you to do that, as well as this narrative and the instructions that'll go along with it. So good luck, and I hope that you find great success when you are finding the magic that will help your teachers teach all students and help the learning process to be what it needs to be for those students.